Shalom to you all. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It is late in the middle of the night in Las Vegas, Nevada. Please like and subscribe, and also to protect your health, please order from me hemp oil CBD, 50% off. Okay. I want to talk about fools calling other people fools. Okay, these are the type of people who are very boisterous around their entourage, very opinionated. However, when you get with them one on one, they're very humble. They're very careful what they say, and they're very lovable. You will see these people at work. You see these people at church. You also see these people in your family. They voice their opinions even at funerals. I've seen this happens also. That's because their entourage is around and they're trying to prove a point. You even have that pastor on the pulpit who say things, to impress people. However, when you're one-on-one with them, he's very ungodly. Okay, I've experienced many things. I've seen many things, and the worst thing a person can do who is foolish is call people who are not fools, foolish. If someone is making a big move and you do not understand it because you're not used to making big moves and you're very mediocre, keep your mouth shut. And this is just a general video I'm putting out there because I was brainstorming, looking over things that happened in my life and in other people's lives. There was an instance, when I was in the Christian faith, that I wasn't doing too bad. And a lot of people, I wasn't doing too good. A lot of people know my testimony. Okay, pretty much I fell flat on my back. So a prophet up there prophesying to all the men, about how their wife is going to come. And these men, they were doing good. Had decent jobs. And paying mortgages on their house. However, when the prophecy came to me, and this so-called prophet was very familiar with me and my status, he told me that once I buy a house, then my wife will come. However, I got married before I bought a house, and then when I did buy a house, I did not need mortgage. I paid it with cash straight out. Okay. Foolish. Okay. You have people, who would give the wrong advice, and I'm going to hit up you ladies, okay? I've seen this happen before. Two young people, a couple, 18 years old, both of them virgins, they want to get married, and the elder lady tells the young lady, you don't need to get married. You're too young to get married. You need to go out there and sow your wild oats. Okay. After 3 pregnancies, several abortions, several STDs, it doesn't look good for that person. You know what I'm saying? She's stuck with no support from men to help with the kids, and she has to do it by herself because she received the wrong advice. Now, when you're that young people, and you're pure, and you feel like you're ready for marriage, go for it. That is how families in the Bible did it. They were young. They started off young, and they built their dynasty. They built their tribes. This westernized civilization that we live in, it teaches you that wait to get married, go out there and have sex, experience different partners, and have fun, and be flamboyant out there. Such a foolish advice. Okay, so these fools, and I hate people calling people fools. Instead of getting their life together and putting pieces together and learning from the person that they're calling a fool because they don't quite understand the laws of advancement, they'll sit there and hate and that's a foolish thing you're doing. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to go to the moon? Why you want to go to the stars? Why you want to invest way over there? Why you want to fly way over there? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't do that. You also have people who never traveled give traveling advice. I've been criticized by crackheads. I've been criticized by drug addicts. I've been criticized by homeless people. And what I mean by criticizing, giving me advice on buying a house. How can you give me advice on buying a house when you're homeless? How can you give me advice of overcoming alcohol when you're still smoking drugs? You cannot do that. So the mindset is this. And I'm going to back it up a little bit. When I was doing horrible in my life, my mouth was shut. You can ask anybody, to the point that I was quiet. I didn't say too much. I came in and I left out because I did not have nothing to say. You know, that's just like if you're rooting for a team like the Detroit Lions. They haven't won anything since Lord knows when. I keep my mouth shut. But however, when they're winning, that's when I'm, boisterous. So my point is this. When you're winning, you have every right and you have the capability of teaching people how to win. But when you're losing, you can't tell a person who is trying to win how to win because you don't know what victory is. I want to give that advice to people because you have, especially on Facebook, you have people, especially these type of people, they are Facebook scholars, Facebook critics and professionals, but if you look within a household, their households are torn apart. They do not have order in their life, but at the same time, they know a couple of scriptures and they try to teach you. How can you teach people what God mean to you? What Yah mean to you? My testimony might be different from yours, and yours might be different from mine. If you see or look at a particular situation from another perspective, I'm not going to criticize your perspective because evidently it's working for you. You cannot come on someone's platform and try to change their way of victory, their way of thinking how y'all going to get them to this particular point. I'm going to close it with this. My greatest advice, I don't criticize. I don't care how much I got it going on. I have no room to criticize anyone, but I'm going to give this advice. Okay? Clean yourself up. Take a shower. Take a dunk. Make yourself look decent. But not only look decent, be decent before you try to put junk or sloppiness on someone else's life, because evidently it's something that person know that you do not know that is working for that person. So foolish people, and this is just a general video. I'm going off on any particular person. Foolish people, stop being a fool. Learn from these people who are advancing in life instead of giving your critical opinions. Okay? You will get far in life because you're silent. That's number one. And number two, when you're silent, you are able to learn. Hey, peace and shalom.